So everybody, welcome. This is Pitch It E2E. It's our 126th event already. It's so amazing to see so many familiar faces and some new faces as well. Excited. So I'd like to introduce you to our family of companies and our new look. So we'll start with Hardboot. Hardboot provides you with fractional resources to keep your costs low in your business and help you grow. Of course, OPN, we offer support, guidance, and global networking opportunities within the startup ecosystem. And our fund is called the Supporters Fund, and it fuels sustainable growth through early stage investment. A little bit about us and our numbers and our family of companies. We've been in business for 16 years. We're backed by over 40 business angels, and we have some of them here today. And we've invested in over 30 startups across North America. Our community is over 100,000 globally. We provide mentorship back to our community, as well as we provide that to our partners. We've hosted over 120 events. We've completed over 700 projects, and we've done over 150 podcasts, and we've built partnerships globally with over 100 people, which we're super grateful for. And of course, we have some here. Hi, Tree Frog. And it's March, so it's Women's Month. So I'd love to give a big shout out to all those amazing women and introduce you to the women behind our family of companies. Of course, myself, Laura Lorette, and Zinnia, who almost everybody should know. She's the one that coordinates all this and puts it all together for us. We have HR, Ching and Katrina, and of course, our wonderful May. And Jeffrey, so Jeffrey and I have known each other for the last 10 years. Jeffrey is an amazing human being. He's a serial entrepreneur. He's invested in over 75 companies, and he's a screening member of 10 angel groups globally. You can find us both on LinkedIn if we haven't connected. So our fund is called the Supporters Fund. Our first two funds were Canadian. They invested in deep tech, fintech, and CPG. We're super excited to announce Fund 3. It is called the Green Impact Fund. We will still be investing at the earliest stages. We will be investing in regenerative and circular green solutions. If you'd like to learn more about the fund, just let us know. We'd be happy to walk you through it. We have a new offer for all of those startups out there, fractional resource financing through Hardboot. This tailor-made offer is for the OPN startup community. We go beyond traditional funding, building a strong partnership to help you grow. If you're interested to learn more, you can send myself a message. I would be happy to see if you are a fit and walk you through how this works. As mentioned, Jeffrey has done 150 podcasts. We're releasing the 157th, I believe, on Monday. You can go to your favorite streaming platform and find it. You can go to any of our websites and you can find it on the footer and listen to them. Some of you are even in here that are out here today. So what does today look like? We'll play the videos live. There's all the Q&A. Please use the chat window. We'll open everything up after the video, which is 30 minutes. We're going to share a link. Jeffrey's going to share it. Please pick 3 companies. Support all the companies that are here today. Connect with others via the chat. Take it offline. If the fund would like to move forward with your company, we'll be in touch. We would be happy if you add us to your investor list and keep us posted. If you are interested to learn more about an investment through fractional resourcing, you can just send me a message direct. So here we go.
Hi, my name is Kevin, and I'm a 10+ years experienced software developer and digital marketer. The mission of my app is to enable users to create easier and awkwardless conversation with other users. What I built is a new game-changing social media app called Talkula. It is not a dating app at all, but an app that enables users to easily talk with other users through posts. Today, most social media apps lack the features for effective communication, which will decrease the chance for people to make friends. For Talkula, the way it works is users who registers will share a few Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok photos, videos within the app. Then other users can start conversations with them based on posts they like. I believe this feature will make starting conversations between strangers a lot easier, awkwardless, and straightforward. Based on my research, the market opportunity for Talkula is very high, and I believe will win in the long run. Since the market size for friend-making apps is expected to reach 9.4 billion by 2024, and with over 4.33 billion active internet users, the potential for Topula is huge. So far, I'm the only one working on it full time. I built this app because I've always been passionate about understanding how social media connects people, and I've always been curious to know whether there's something that can easily connect strangers together through chats. I am running a social media app, and I'm desperately trying to build it into $1 billion business. With that determination, I need to rent a larger server, specifically AWS EC2, and spending around $100 a month, and increase my marketing budget so that I can start boosting posts on several social media platforms. To do this, I want to raise $500,000 of funding in exchange of giving away 5% equity. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Cerenlak from Turkey. I'm the CEO and founder of Entegraphy Company. Entegraphy is a global B2B SaaS company that classifies CRM management especially for iron and steel production and export companies, and problem and determinations. The current non-integrable data systems businesses use today are costly, unreliable, inefficient, and unresponsive. This results in poor and costly decision making when serving a business's silence volatilities. And solution. Entegraphy has developed a platform to link non-integrable data sets together to allow businesses to make better and more timely decisions using a unique collaborative platform. We do this with the classification system. Classification system is most important for us and most important for our customers, of course. It is big highlight for us because. And market size. Serviceable obtainable market $50 million, serviceable available market $250 million, and total available market $200 billion. There are 30 manufacturing companies here that we reached and received detailed feedback from, and our potential customers are waiting for us. 10 of them are global iron and steel producers, especially based in Canada. And businesses model. Among other details, $834,525 is MRR and $10,014,300 is ARR. With the cluster payment system, we receive small monthly payment based on the number of employees and the benefits we provide. And you can see customer lifetime value in here. And then product. Here you see the classification of the companies. There are members of our system according to sectors, regions, payment systems, and mostly importantly, common CRM management and the transitions between classes in order to progress together step by step. And team. We are a core team of 5 people. Our team is professional and has many years of experience in their fields. And competitors. We examined 34 software companies based in USA and Europe and shared 4 of them as examples and their differences in the table. And traction and verification. We earn and pay capital between the 31st and 30th months, and we see that our investor makes a profit from the 41st month. Our goal is at least 5 million users and 98% margins. And financial. Here our search during the preset process is between $100,000 and $500,000. And you see that we aim to earn $50 million at the end of the 5 years. And thank you very much for your time, for your listening.
Hello, my name is Mahmoud, and I'm here today to introduce Zina. Imagine you're going to a concert with 10 friends. What you do, usually go to a concert, to the Ticketmaster, and then buy 10 tickets, and then you create a WhatsApp group so you can organize it. For example, first of all, you have to collect your money, and then plus you have to organize maybe for carpooling, what to bring, where to start, and those kind of things. But wouldn't it be much easier and nicer if you could do all that on Ticketmaster itself? Of course so. That's why Zinel is doing that. So when on Zinel you buy a ticket, like you want to go to a concert, you just don't buy 10 tickets. First of all, you create a Zinel event and then you invite your friends. And then after there's enough interest, then everybody buys his own ticket And then, on the same place, on the same Zenel event, you can arrange for carpooling. You can chat, okay, what to bring, where to start, and you go to the concert. And after you go to the concert or during the concert, you can also upload your own pictures and videos to the same, Zenel event. And at the end of it, maybe you can just post a review for the concert, and that Zenel event is already part of your memory. So after 1 year, you can check back. You see, oh, on this date, I was at this location. These are my friends who came with me. These are all the pictures and the videos that we went together. Okay, how is Zenel gonna make money? Of course, Zenel gonna make money out of the commission from the sales of the tickets. Plus, we can also get a commission from the sponsor that we might be able to make to get for the event. Plus, we can also make money from advertising, like like ride sharing companies. Of course, they would love to advertise, on our platform. Okay, so we are launching on December 5, 2023. We already have 8 events that, in Toronto that we are selling tickets for, and we are hoping to hear back from you guys very soon. Okay, and thank you for listening and have a great day.
Hi, my name is Colin Rees. I'm the founder of WeWatch. WeWatch is revolutionizing the way that we manage public safety on the ground level through crowdsourcing. Part of the problem that we address is as little as 25% of incidents get reported through conventional means. That's incredibly low. Police times can be quite high based on the priority level of the incident, often leaving individuals and businesses waiting hours, sometimes days, for a response. Currently, there's no platform that allows for reporting, notifying, tracking, and collaborating within neighborhoods to address public safety matters. The WeWatch app is how we deliver the WeWatch service. It's a mobile app for Android and iOS. It allows for reporting of incidents, hazards, crimes. It allows one to automatically canvass their neighbors in an anonymous way. And essentially enables a collaborative community response. So on the right-hand side, we see the WeWatch report, which is a quick repository for all incident-based resources, details, media, all consolidated in one place. Between myself, Daniel Rizzi, my co-founder, and our technology leader, Mike Cottingham, we've been able to successfully graduate accelerators TreeFrog, YSpace, and Helix. We completed our iOS and Android release in 2022 and launched with our first client in 2023, depicted on our right. That's Rob Sisek with the West Queen West BIA in Toronto. And we're gearing up our fully replicable deployment campaign for BIAs across the GTA in early 2024. For a 2-year runway, we have a maximum $150,000 funding goal that can be secured via a negotiated safe hybrid agreement. That's going to allow us to develop and deploy integrated AI for better moderation and governance of the platform, enhance our sales and customer service support, as well as build out some better features and functionality within the front and back end reporting of WeWatch. We're also looking for introductions to new leadership and advisors, as well as both clients and partner prospects within both the public and private sectors. We aim to make a big measurable impact on the ground level. We're already generating revenue, and we look forward to growing further across Canada, North America, and then into Europe. Thank you so much for your time. Please feel free to scan the QR code and send me a quick email.
Okay, thank you, and good day. My name is Ejole Lavet Epie. I'm the founder and CEO of Jointadin Research Foundation. Jointadin Research Foundation is a non-profit organization which is registered and operational in Cameroon. So our purpose is focused on building a sound and sustainable environment, as well as defending the right to landscape of indigenous people in the country. So we want to begin a startup to solve the issue of food insecurity, lack of livelihood, unemployment, poverty alleviation among this particular group of people who are always being neglected in development. So we want to begin a startup to engage these people in the cultivation of cocoa and palms to be exchanged as food in the community. So our market model is going to take a traditional market model where we are going to offer this product at very low prices as a social entrepreneurship. For the start, we have been able to create small farms and plant small crops in this farm. So we are asking for resources to extend next more product, engage modern equipment to ensure sustainability and the use of equitable tools, and bring in experts to train these people on better farming to increase sustainability, their expertise and their knowledge on agroforestry, while increasing their revenue, improving their standard of living, which will also look on how to create an adaptable environment, a positive based environment in the community. So this is what our startup is all defined on.
Greetings everyone, let me introduce NextXP, our innovative startup that's revolutionizing online furniture shopping. Currently, home decor retailers face significant challenges, including low lead generation and conversion rates below 2.5%. One major obstacle is the inability to visualize products online, making it hard to compare prices and dimensions effectively. This results in a time-consuming, exhausting process and hesitancy in making purchases. Enter NextXP with its cutting-edge augmented reality technology. We empower customers to see 3D product models in their own spaces before buying and easily compare prices from various stores. What sets us apart is our advanced AR tools, enabling virtual product trials, which have been proven to double the chances of online purchases. Our comprehensive dashboard empowers furniture stores to effortlessly manage their inventory, access detailed sales data, and make well-informed pricing decisions. We prioritize improving the customer experience and boosting conversion rates. What sets NextXP apart is our unique pricing approach, a simple pay-per-click advertising model instead of high commissions per sale. This makes us a more valuable option for furniture stores. Our total addressable market covers around 37,600 potential customers. Our serviceable available market includes around 30,300 stores with under 100 employees. Within this, we focus on about 10,800 micro stores, with approximately 3,300 as our serviceable obtainable market, representing the stores we can effectively engage with our innovative platform. NextXP's financial projections are ambitious yet achievable, with goal to achieve positive cash flow within 22 months and break even within 33 months. Notably, our projected profit for the 5th year exceeds 10 million CAD. To reach our operational and financial goals, we are seeking a strategic investment of 275,000 CAD. Thank you for sharing in our NextXP vision, where innovation and transformation in the world of online shopping are the core of our mission.
We've all been tested, whether we know it or not, and these tests shape our reality. Most of us don't know we're being tested, so consequently, our mind is really controlled by outside circumstances. What tested will do will show clearly and distinctly how these tests have shaped your reality, and through wisdom and knowledge you can change and become a better person. Hi there, I'm Glenn Ratcliffe. I'm the creator, writer, actor, executive producer of Tested, and along with my great partners Daryl Marsh and Jules Lubin, we have got a fantastic story we would like to share with you. This is a story about an enlightened minister who's going to unify mankind, and all of a sudden tragedy strikes and he's up against everything. All the negative forces, police corruption, drug dealers, everything is against him. And this creates a series of tipping points, and these tipping points push him from enlightenment to a person that wants revenge. Now this is to show clearly and concisely how the human being reacts under stress. This stress comes a lot of times from outside forces deliberately manipulating us. Man is caught and locked between good and evil in his mind. This story is for spiritual liberation. Contained in this story is wisdom and parables as you follow the character on a journey of adventure, heartbreak. It's a roller coaster of emotions, but all through that journey there is spiritual wisdom that can be used for you and your family for liberation. And finally, conquer the ego and set yourself free. Every human being needs to see this, needs to witness this. We're making fantastic strides in the Tested movie. Join us in making this film and bringing the Tested movie to the screen. Thank you and God bless you.
Welcome to Android Story Kids, a groundbreaking application transforming children's mental health. Our dual platform offers virtual group therapy for kids and AI-enhanced tools for psychologists. Childhood is a critical time for mental health, yet over 8.9 million children in North America struggle without adequate treatment. Financial barriers, limited access, and social stigmas are key obstacles. Understory Kids provide a gamified group therapy environment supervised by mental health professionals. Our unique approach includes regular emotional AI analysis and updated mental health report cards for consistent care. We offer a secure interactive platform for children and a cutting-edge tool for counselors. Caregivers receive detailed report cards, ensuring informed involvement in their children's mental health journey. Our target market is vast, with 1.9 billion children worldwide and 18.3 million in North America facing mental health issues. Our 5-year goal is to reach 3% of these children. Understory Kids projects rapid growth, aiming for financial sustainability by the 25th month. We are seeking strategic investment to make this vision a reality. At Understory Kids, we've successfully navigated through the stage of ideation and prototyping. We are now excitedly progressing into the MVP development stage, marking a significant step towards realizing our vision. Meet our dedicated team, visionaries and experts committed to revolutionizing children's mental health care through Understory Kids. Thank you for considering Understory Kids. Together, we can make a lasting difference in the mental health of children worldwide.
While AI products are proliferating exponentially, only the biggest tech players are competing for the most anticipated consumer tech in decades, a product Bill Gates recently predicted everyone will have within 5 years, a sci-fi-inspired personal AI. Concerningly though, highly personal information is required to fuel these machines in order for them to effectively perform as your personal servant and confidant, so they'll need to know everything about you. The problem is, consumers already don't trust big tech, so it's very doubtful they'll trust all of the most personal information about them to Google, Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, or even Apple. It's obvious there needs to be a trustable, independent service whose sole purpose is to help people not only protect, manage, and control their personal data, but to also help extract its utility and value for them as well. We've created a system that not only helps people effortlessly protect, control, manage, and make money with their personal data, but our system also provides a suite of advanced data analytics and ad targeting products for business that take audience discovery and engagement to a level never before possible simply by flipping the existing data broker model on its head, putting people in control of their data, which produces 100% accurate, fully consented data analytics and engagement for brands. Our suite of B2C and B2B products are not just visionary, they provide pre-product revenues and a number of very substantial global revenue streams from unit sales, as well as MRR and ARR models. Our industry-leading products follow privacy-first principles, being designed and built for the most stringent data privacy regulations and standards anywhere, future-proofing our framework, and all backed by some of the leading privacy professionals in the world. We've strategically evolved to perfectly position ourselves for today's data ecosystem and are ready to adapt to tomorrow's trends. We're about to launch a $2 million seed round, so we're looking for early-stage investors and any related specialists inspired by our vision to get involved. Thank you.
Welcome to Monday Blues, where we transform workplace wellness. Our mission is to tackle the critical challenge of burnout and mental health in the workplace. The modern workplace faces a silent epidemic, burnout. It costs business in absenteeism, presenteeism, and reduced performance. Identifying burnout is challenged due to privacy concerns and cultural barriers, especially for small companies grappling with HR costs. Monday Blues offers a comprehensive tiered HR software solution designed for a small to medium-sized business. We provide affordable, efficient HR and wellness management. Our standout feature, the AI video chatbot, offers personalized mental health support using advanced analytics to detect stress and burnout. Additionally, Monday Blues includes mental health resources, HR gamification, and robust analytics for overall wellness management. We are tapping into a rapidly growing market for employee monitoring and mental health apps. With a projected significant growth, Monday Blues is positioned at the forefront of this expanding industry. Monday Blues operates at the unique intersection of employee wellness and HR software. While we face competition in both fields, our product distinguishes itself with cutting-edge AI technology and an engaging gamification approach. Our model is subscription-based SaaS targeting industries where employee well-being is paramount. With various affordable tiers, we cater to diverse business needs. Our financial projections are promising. We expect to break even in our third year, with a steadily growing client base and increasing revenue. Led by a team of passionate professionals, Monday Blues combines expertise in business development, product management, and R&D to drive innovation in employee wellness. Join us at Monday Blues in revolutionizing mental health in workplace. Together, we can create a healthier, more productive work environment for everyone.
Hi, I'm Nadia Barbosa, co-founder and CEO of Tandem Experiences. A few months ago, we launched a pilot in the app stores. The Tandem app makes discovering and planning outings with others easy. We quickly grew to 3,000 registered users at an impressive average monthly growth rate of 30%. So, how does it work? Users complete a quick questionnaire, which lets our advanced algorithm know their interests, and then they get instant access to our library of curated experiences. Although we had solid traction, our user discoveries revealed that many of our users lacked someone to enjoy the experience with. Nearly 70% of users are looking for love, and about 50% want to make new friends. After we dug into this further, we learned that people are incredibly lonely. A quick Google search will return hundreds of news articles and studies on the worsening loneliness crisis. The World Health Organization recently declared loneliness a public health concern. The demographic that's most impacted by loneliness are Gen Z and millennials, with 73% of them reported to feel lonely. So, in an effort to ease loneliness, young adults are turning to dating apps, social clubs, and organized group activities. But current alternatives just aren't cutting it. With thousands of data points and insights that we got from our pilot, we're evolving to fit to the market's needs. We're building a platform designed to support social wellness by facilitating meaningful connection at in-person events. Revenue will be generated two ways. We're rolling out a paid membership this spring, and we're also earning affiliate commission on ticket sales. With 3 billion Gen Z and millennials globally, the total addressable market is $1.5 trillion. Capturing just 5% of the market is a $280 million opportunity. So we're seeking $200,000 to take Tandem Experiences to the next level. And we literally have the perfect team to execute on these milestones. So join us in your mission to make life better by spending it together. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jonathan, founder of Pululu. Our company purpose is to give food a second life. Changes in consumer belief in health, sustainability, food safety, and animal welfare are shaping out new challenges to cope with a rising population. Natural and plant-based products are on the rise. Therefore, there are more alternative protein sources being introduced to the markets today. The questions are they really sustainable? Or are they creating more stress to the bio-ecosystem? Our technology allows to create super potent extracts from agricultural substrate. Our solution is able to adapt to different biomass sources and also able to customize bioactive compound according to the needs of different industries. Our 3 years B2B roadmap aim to achieve our sustainable protein footprint in food and beverages, cosmeceutical and therapeutic sectors. These are the MVP we have produced valorizing different agricultural substrate. In addition to, we are extending our alternative protein footprint to transport protein in adjacent tertiary product for aesthetic and therapeutic sectors. Our robust team was with one of the leading food solutions in Southeast Asia, handling aviation, catering, production plan setup, and strategy planning. And our co-founder, Li Zheng, with 20 years in food microbiology experiences, certainly formed the incredible two teams to pull off the business. We have lead of advisor team to support organic growth in one way or another. With partnership with established research institute and organization, for product development. The alternative protein space is projected to reach a market size of more than 1 trillion by 2030, and our addressable market is 10 billion for Southeast Asia. We provide access to next-generation nutritional products through our technology to accelerate the development of high-functional protein nutrition to benefit human race. We are raising 1 million for a runway of 24 months to commercialization. Thank you.
Perfect. Nicely done. I've shared a few comments for everybody in the chat, and I see that obviously some people have responded back. So only maybe what I can do just to kick it off, and then I'll invite Angelo to jump on as well to answer any questions that anybody has on the investor side. I think Jeff is here as well, but maybe we'll start with Angelo. But I think when it comes to the pitch deck, and you'll see that a lot of my comments are geared around different aspects of what you're sharing. I think the key is that in any pitch you do, you want to provide as much information around how does this business make money. I think that's kind of the key striving piece to it. So if I was to organize any pitch that you're going to do, if you have 1 minute or you have 10 minutes, is that you want to vary your time in that you want to always focus on one problem, one solution. So everything really simple, that if you're going to write something down, that it literally is one line what your problem is, and then one slide what is your solution, the same idea, so that it's so easy for people to just grasp it and understand. You might be solving 12, 15 problems in the back end, but to an investor, you're trying to solve a problem that has them say, yeah, you're right, I see that as a problem, and you need to focus on that, and I can help you, or I can do these things that will assist you. I think you can gear your pitch as well. You want to gear it towards being dumbed down. And the reason being is that you're trying to draw attention to your business model, that an investor will look at what you've just pitched and they'll think, oh, you're missing so many opportunities. I got to go and talk to this person, and I'm going to share. Have you ever thought of going and talking to a clinician? Have you ever thought of this area? And that creates the bonding mechanism between the investor and the startup. A lot of the time we want to make sure that we sound super smart and that we pitch this and it's the perfect pitch. What you're trying to do is you're trying to create an attention to the investors so that they can bond and connect with you. So the best way or the best angle is to be very almost vague, but enough that they can really understand where you're going. It's simple. They can see where the problem is, and then it has their brain triggering ideas. And the key to that is that they're going to come up to you and say, have you ever thought of speaking to this group, or is this your potential beachhead? And what that does is that allows you to say, yeah, that's a great idea. I really like where you're going with that. Maybe we could take some time after this event and go and talk offline and talk about potentially how you could help us. So these are the things that get people involved in your business, because they find a way in, and that way in is the door you left open. And you want to leave those doors open by the way you structure that pitch. So I think you always want to look at your pitch again. If your problem and solution is geared towards the first two slides is 20% of your pitch. Problem, solution, and the rest of it is, how does this business make money? How does this business work? What is the size of market? Who are you going after? Are you starting in Toronto? Or are you starting in Mexico? Where are you starting? And where are you breaking from there into other markets? And then once you get through the size of market, you can dive into the business model. How do you generate funds? What are the revenue structures? You make money through these three vehicles. The easiest one is X, and you see that half of your revenue generation is coming from that. You're going to obviously dive into the market and competitive analysis, because not every idea is going to be new. Every idea is an offshoot of something else. And the key to an offshoot of something else is that the investor can understand now who would acquire you. If you're not solving a big business or a mid-tier business problem, they're not going to buy you. Because you're solving your problem doesn't mean you're solving somebody else's. Figure out what the problem is that somebody else is going to have. And a really vague example is, if you take Loblaws, they're a massive grocery retailer. and they have different divisions all over the business. And when you go in, they started selling sushi, but they weren't doing a very good job at it. So that business kind of became isolated. It was there and no one focused on it. And then an entrepreneur went to them and said, look, let me take 5 of your stores. I will operate these 5 counters and I will generate you 10 times the amount of revenue that you would make off of these counters. I'll fix the problem and get more people buying that product. And eventually over time, they took them all over. And now they're operated by an outside business inside their business because they created the line, they created the footprint, they created the traffic, but they weren't able to validate that line of business. And now it's $1 billion business. So you have to look at the same ideas. What is someone doing in their business that I can take over in time and build something better that they're going to want to take us over because we've generated that value? And if that means that you got to focus on just Canada because they're not in the US, then that's where you focus on, solve the problem for that 1 or 2 business lines, and then they have a potential of taking you over. And that provides scaling because at that point, if you've cookie cuttered this process, then the next stage is going into North America or into US or in other regions. And that business might come to you and say, hey, wait, I don't need you to expand. We want to acquire you because you solve a problem that we haven't been able to solve. So it's just something to keep in mind. And the other side is on your team. Small team or not, even if it's advisors, dive in and throw the advisors up. Throw in that you have meat on the business. People want to see who you're collaborating with and who's generating you value every day, who's helping you operate. And speak to 1 or 2 of the people. Who are the rock stars on your team that are really generating value? That's also going to carry some weight because when they do research on you, an investor, they're going to look that up. They're going to want to find out who are the people on your team and what are they doing and how well do they speak to you. When we do deep dives on companies, we'll interview people in the company. We'll talk to them, find out what they think of the founders. We want to know that they have that same touch point, and we'll do it without you even knowing because at the end of the day, we don't want it to be biased. We don't want them just to say they like you or it's just a job. We want to understand what's going on in the business and how it's operating. So that then falls into your potential side of exit. Now in this pitch, you don't really need it to talk about that. It's not the time as an exit, but you can also add in those types of elements. And I noticed today a lot of people talked about, and Angelo, maybe you can, I think Angelo, you're on, you can jump in on this question. A lot of people were talking about driving their business to cash flow positive within a certain time frame. And I've heard that more today than I've probably heard that on a pitch ever. So it's fascinating that more businesses are realizing that this is crucial to being able to garner a potential investment from an investor, is that they need to be moving quicker to sustainable balance in their financial structure than they ever have been. What are your thoughts on that, Angelo?
Absolutely. When we talk about the pitch, and you did a great job, right? And describing what is the problem, what's the solution, right? I always look at the problem that you're trying to solve. What value does it have? It's not a journey of having a technical solution. To me, the definition of innovation is being able to generate money, right? And if you can generate money, you have to quantify that value proposition that you're putting forward in this problem statement that you're trying to solve. It needs to have a value. How sustainable is that value? And these are all real important items that an investor looks at, and also what every company should look at. I can give you an example. When I ran my own company, 1 year, I talked to my partner and I told him, you know what, dude, next year we are going to focus on generating less sales. And he asked me, what the hell is your problem? That makes no sense. And then I quantified it and said, no. We're going to only generate sales that create profit. Okay. And a lot of people focus on that top line. I'd like to not only look at the top line, but I want to look at if you have positive numbers, net earnings at the end of the day, guess what? That's going to drive up your valuation. You're going to be much more attractive to investors. and the likelihood of getting money is greatly enhanced. And last night, I had 3 companies pitching at an investment meeting, and then I asked the after the pitch and the Q&A, I respectfully asked the entrepreneur, okay, get the hell out of the room so we can have an internal discussion. But by the way, before you leave the room, what's the exit strategy? How are we as investors going to make money? Because we want to see that 10x return. And he went through and talked about the companies that he's already been talking to. And he said, my goal is not to generate that 10x for you. My goal is to generate 100x return. And I go, wow, you're singing my song here. You are laser focused on creating wealth and value for the company, the investor, and all shareholders. So keep in mind that that focus on the bottom line is important, although we all recognize that in the early days it's going to be a struggle. But make sure that your vision is focused on driving a positive net earnings at the end of the day. How's that, JP?
No, I love it. That's a great way to share it. My next question for you would be, is that especially early on, a lot of companies tend to get introductions into a lot larger base companies and mid-tier companies. So maybe in their first year or two, and they focus on trying to close a deal with a major brand or label or business, whatever that might be. What are your thoughts on, is that going too far for an early stage company if they're only in the first 2 years of business? Should they be focusing on smaller wins? And to your point where you mentioned on companies that are driving value and driving revenue and profitability, then going after these large businesses that may take a lot longer to close, and usually it can be years to 2 years, 3 years before you close them. Is it worth having those conversations and starting them off with the big companies? Do you think it brings too much hope and desire that they might close Apple for them as a client, or they should focus on that small mid-tier company where they have a better potential of solving their problem and getting in the door and getting paid revenue right away in 3 to 6 months than trying to close a big player that could take 12 to 24 months?
I'm going to be really laser focused and give you a straight answer. It's both. How's that for wishy-washy? Okay. And the reason why I say it's both, you do have to get the early wins, right? But it's also important to take a look at those platinum customers, right? Those the larger ones. They can be really valuable even at the very early stage, because they could provide you that feedback to say, excuse me, but you're missing some key elements here that you're not addressing, and you don't want to limit yourself. So gaining that intelligence is really critical. In the meantime, you've got that dilemma, right? Typically, companies are resource limited and they don't have the bandwidth to do all of those elements. So how do you do that, and how do you accomplish that? I'm a strong believer of engaging at some stage, and usually the earlier the better, a channel partner or a network of channel partners that are already established, understand that marketplace, and have them gain that intelligence, help you complement your sales team, and be your front line in capturing the customers, and they probably will be able to capture those larger companies that they already have an established relationship or a brand recognition in the marketplace, so that you don't have to struggle with that whole learning curve of, who am I? Who is this WeWatch? Who is Tandem, right? You've got someone there with you that your end users will say, I know them, let me take a chance here, and be able to get into that opportunity much quicker.
What's your thoughts on, to your point, where you're trying to get this valuable feedback from larger entities? You know, the close cycle could be a lot longer, 12 to 24 months, because they also don't want you to fail. So they don't want to take the risk on your company failing and them having involved your platform into their business, and then they have to go and rework around it. So do you think there's a potential to have these companies come on at potentially a larger deal, which is, hey, we'll give you access to our platform if you guys give us feedback. We'll give it to you for 2 years for free, get everybody on your system, anybody in your company using it, so that you can pull that data in? Or do you look at it from even per se as a one-time fee? We'll allow you to have access to our system for 3 years, unlimited users, inside of, say, Apple, making this up, of course, and we'll give you 3 years to use the platform. We just want feedback, and we want to be able to share that Apple's using our system. Like, what do you think are ways to engage these larger entities so that you can get that value that you're talking about into the funnel while you're closing the smaller businesses that are paying for it?
First and foremost, if they're taking the time to have the discussion with you, obviously you've piqued their interest. These large companies would probably say, oh, Jeffrey, thanks a lot. Too busy. Talk to you later, right? But if you captured their attention, and this is the trick, right? These are very busy individuals and companies. You need to be able to divert their attention to what you're offering, right? Having said that, there is a risk in the large companies are fairly risk adverse, right? They don't want to, if you're going to be solving a mission critical problem that they're encountering, they want to make sure that you're going to be there solving that issue in the long term. The worst thing that could happen is they migrate onto your platform and you disappear. Then they're stuck and they have to reset. And these companies don't like that whole reset, repivoting, and all of those things. They're very laser focused. Having said that, bringing them on board as an advisor of some fashion could really provide that relationship that will establish you not only within their organization, but also in the general business community. Wow, I've got the chief technology officer from Apple that is willing to spend, even if it's only a few hours a week or a month. That speaks volumes, right? Because they're not going to do that unless they are willing to commit. The one company with that 100x return, two quotes on the slide, one from NVIDIA, one from Meta. Now, and they got approval to use those quotes. That spoke a lot, right? Because having that individual talk about how wonderful his AI solution is wonderful, but having Meta and NVIDIA talk about it, that's even better. So establish those relationships. One thing that I encourage, because when a buddy of ours, JP, when we talk to entrepreneurs, that common theme that exists out there, entrepreneurs have to be coachable. And my response is, it's actually bi-directional. It's not just the entrepreneur that needs to be coachable, but it's also the mentor and the investor that needs to be coachable, right? So I learned something. Lead investor in one company, I'm going in the second time. They have secured 3 channel partners. They're still early days, but 2 of the 3 channel partners, the entrepreneur, what she did is she worked out a deal with two of these major companies, they're global companies, they kicked in $500,000 each for the luxury of being able to sell their product, the company's product. And I go, wow, that's what I like to see. Normally it's the other way around, right? But clearly, if you can demonstrate that the value proposition, have them look much better to the customers that they're serving with this solution, they're actually willing to put up money and share in the revenue success as you move forward. So don't be shy of engaging with these large companies. If you have something for them, they'll take the time, they'll invest not only providing you feedback, but even being active in your company. And that goes a long way from an investor's point of view.
Agreed. I love it, Angelo. That's well shared. Only because we're now at the last legs, I just want to share a quick story. This is towards Nadia's business. When I started teaching about, I guess it was 10 years ago, something to that effect, and we wanted to build engagement with the founders, sorry, with the students. So we created a program where students would receive 5% of their grade, and they had to go to an event anywhere they had to go, anywhere they wanted to go, and they had to create a one-page response to what they learned. They had to take a selfie because I didn't trust that they would actually show up at the event. And they had to write what they learned at the event, and that they had to provide a screenshot or a picture of 3 business cards of people that they met there. And I would say over the years that I ran this for every class, 75% of students would do it, 25% wouldn't. So 75% wanted the 5% into their grade. Of the 75% that did it, I'd say 80% of them said they didn't want to do it, had no interest, and didn't want to go. And the reason I pushed this was because it was things I didn't do when I started my company 15, 20 years ago, which was going to network events and introducing myself and meeting people. And the reason why this became so valuable for me to push out and push students to do was that this network that they're building today as students is their network that they're going to have over the next 20, 30 years. And if they can meet the right people that are growing in that network, that they all become CEOs or GMs or managers along the way, that they're going to build a really depth market, and they can start today as students. And when those students replied back and shared their information on the networking event, I would say that 75% of the people that when they submitted the document back for the 5%, that they stated that as much as they never wanted to be there was the best thing that they ever did, because they learned a ton, they met 3 people, and they're already going for lunch. A couple people stated they had jobs, they got offered jobs. So there's a lot of value in that, and to what you're doing, Nadia, that there's a big market out there that people are afraid, they're scared of everybody. And if you can change the way people look at how they network and make it almost in a task, it's kind of like going and doing neo-caching and finding it. People said that was impossible, no one would ever do it. But if you give them the right drive and incentive, there's a way to trigger people to gain the benefit, which opens them up. So that helps with a lot of things, being active and getting out of their head and mental health issues. So just something to keep in mind, that there's ways to challenge people that can always benefit you in your business. And in the case of what you're doing, hopefully that's a helpful story. So outside that, I'll turn it back over to Laura, but thank you very much, Angelo, and everybody else for jumping in and for sharing that great anecdotal information that can help everybody.
Yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. It's great to see some familiar faces here. Rick, haven't talked to you for a while. Great to see you. Jeff, as always, always amazing. Tree Frog, so many people. And apologize again for the link thing, but thank you everybody for joining us, and have a great rest of the week.